Hey, how's it going everyone? It's your boy Rennoc here, and today I decided to try to do a hardcore Nuzlocke for Pokemon Sword. So, for rule 1 is if a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead. First Pokemon I spot for static and random, I'm 2 captured per route / area. 3 items are not allowed during battle, but held items are okay. Rule 4, set battle mode must be on, and finally, we have a level cap. So, with that set aside, it's time to see how I did. I start off by picking Scorbunny to make both Hop and Leon a bit easier for me in the long run. I then catch a Rookidee and a Grubbin on Route 1, a Choodle and Blipbug on Route 2, beat Hop the second time with ease, then capture a Swinub and Rosalia in the rolling fields. However, Blipbug dies during the process of capturing Rosalia. I then capture an Electrike and a Joltik from East Axew Lake. Then I head to the hotel in Motostoke City and beat up Team Yell as they were interrupting everyone else. Then Hop challenges me to another battle with him. I then head to Route 3 where I encounter a Zigzagoon and a Machop. Sadly, while in the Galar Mines, Choodle ends up dead. As I get closer to the end, Bede stands in my way and ends up killing Grubbin. Thanks, Bede. Well, that's just great, as I thought. I go ahead and get my encounter and catch a Woobat, Magikarp on Route 4 as my random encounter. I then challenge Milo, which was a mistake. Rookidee starts off and is able to kill Gossifleur, but I make the dumb decision to Dynamax him against Eldegoss, who then kills Rookidee and ends up sweeping my team till Rosalia is finally able to take this thing out. Luckily I had some backups, but man, this was already starting to look rough. I then catch a Meowth. On my way to Route 5, I'm forced to fight a double battle, who end up killing Meowth and Woobat. Once again, more deaths. After beating them, I went and captured the Galarian Slowpoke. Then went to Route 5 and encountered Galarian Farfetch for it to then sweep me. Ugh, what a pain. I was about to restart my run until I remembered about the special gift Pikachu. I grabbed it, and after training it a lot, I encountered a Timpole and caught it. I also encounter a Wooper and catch it. I then head to Dappled Grove and catch a Hoot Hoot and a Snover. Hoot Hoot evolves into Noctowl, and I head to Route 5 and capture a Swirlix. I then get the Rotom Bike and fight Hop. Timpo is able to sweep his team until a Thoraki comes in and is able to kill Timpo. Luckily, Snover is able to finish Hop. I then catch a Chinchou, and after some training, I challenge Nessa. Chinchou is able to sweep her up to Dreadnought, but is sadly defeated. Snover comes in and cleans it up. I then make my way through the Galar Mines too, and fight Bede once again. Swirlix is able to take down most of Bede's team, but ends up dying. Noctowl comes in to finish Bede off. I then catch a Barboach and a Galarian Stunfisk. On Route 6, I catch a Hatena and a Poniard. Marty then challenges me and loses. No casualties, thank goodness. I then take on the next gym. I decided that since the gym allows you to catch Pokemon, I made it where I could catch 2, and that would be it. I catch a Litwick and Sizzlipede. It was then time for me to fight Kabu. I start off with Litwick so that I can confuse his Ninetales. I then send in Quagsire to put Ninetales to sleep and set up Rain Dance to lower his fire type moves. Ninetales wakes up and gets Will-O-Wisp off. It takes 2 waterfalls to finish the job. Arcanine comes out, so I use Yawn to put him to sleep. He gets a critical bite, but Derp is able to get the Mudshot off and lower Arcanine's speed. It takes another Mudshot and waterfall to finish Arcanine. However, Derp only had 1 HP, so I decided to sack her so that I would be able to switch in safely. Noctowl comes out and finishes Centiskorch. I then head to the Watchtower Ruins to try and catch a Golett, but it ends up killing itself with Curse. Great. I then encounter a Driftloon and decide to run away from it since it's not that great of a mon. I then head to Motostoke Riverbank and catch Scorpy and capture a Togepi. I then try to catch a Noibat, but it uses Whirlwind. Thanks for wasting my static encounter. I then go to the Stony Wilderness and catch a Golett, then head to Route 6 to fight Team Yell. However, I end up losing Golett to a Skunky's Aftermath. Then I send out Sizzlepede to take out the Lunoon, but somehow the Lunoon ends up outspeeding my Sizzlepede and ends up killing it. Great, now I'm completely screwed. I then fight the next team member who has a Leopard that ends up completely sweeping the team. Thanks. So once again, I have to rebuild my team. I try catching a Machoke, but it ends up dying to burn. I then catch an NK. I then catch an Eldegoss. I go back to the Stony Wilderness and catch Ribombee. I then refight Team Yell and this time win with ease. NK then evolves and I catch an Axew and a Duskull. However, Duskull dies extremely quick. I then pick up a Toxel from a daycare on Route 5. After some training, it evolves into Toxtricity. I then fight Hop once again and beat him with no casualties this time. While going through Bee's gym, Litwick dies to a Beware. The thing that sucks about this is that I even had in my mind knowing that this thing was probably going to use Brutal Swing. And it used it and killed Heat Blast. You will be missed. I make my way to Bees. I start off with Scorpy to set up Toxic Spikes. I then switch to Ribombee, who sweeps most of her team. Then Machamp comes out and kills Ribombee and Scorpy, who I forgot died to her. Malmar finishes Machamp. I then fight Beat again. I am able to beat with no casualties other than Scorpy, who dies twice because I forgot. I then catch an Extra Drill, Arrokuda, and a Lucario. After some more grinding, Arrokuda evolves. I had also caught a Stunky, who I forgot to record, who then evolves into a Skuntank. I then fight Opal. Pioneer does decent damage to Weezing but dies. Lucario then finishes the Weezing. Togekiss comes out and gets one-shotted. Next, Mawile comes out, so I switch into Skuntank to kill it. Skuntank is also able to kill all Creamy. I then get Dracovish and fight Hop again, and beat him. Axew then evolves. I head to Route 7 and catch a Leopard. I then head to Route 8 and encounter a Girder, who then kills Fracture, giving me more frustration at this point. Sandaconda is the next encounter, but I choose to run away from it. I get into a double battle and Snover ends up dying. I then challenge Gordy, who ends up sweeping me. He ends up having a Barbarical that ends up using Shell Smash multiple times and ends up one-shotting all my mons. So, I challenge him again with my second run. This time I sacrifice Skuntank so that I can bring out Dracovish for a clean switch and finally get rid of the stupid Barbarical, allowing me to take out Gordy easily now. I then get my random encounter on Route 7. It ends up being a Carapace. I catch it anyways. I then fight Hop. I'm able to beat him, but Carablast dies in the process and Malamar as well. I then head to Route 9 and encounter a Maintine, who dies to poison. I then encounter a Galvantula at Giant's Cap and catch it. I head to Spike Muth City where I encounter a Berserker and fight Marty. Marty ends up killing Lucario and Excadrill. I then go to the Dusty Bowl. I encounter a Rhydon that kills Berserker and Leopard. I then try to catch a Steelix who kills an Eldegoss that I caught and Barraskewda, so I decide to flee. I then catch a Baltoy and a Machoke. Baltoy evolves and I go challenge Piers. I start off with Machoke to kill Scrafty, however Scrafty proves to be too much for Machoke, so I swap into Dracovish to finish off the Scrafty. Next he sends out Malmar, so I swap into Galvantula, who is able to one-shot the Malmar. Next he sends out Obstagoon, so I keep Galvantula out so I can weaken him as much as possible, but Galvantula eventually falls. Toxtricity comes out and I'm able to kill Obstagoon. Next he sends out Stunk Tank, so I keep Toxtricity out to do some chip damage, but Toxtricity eventually can't beat him, so I swap into Claydol, figuring that he would go for a Sucker Punch. Claydol is able to avoid the first Sucker Punch, so I go for Earth Power. Claydol is able to tank the second Sucker Punch and finish Skunk Tank off. I then go and get Arctovish to help deal with Raihan. I also capture Seismitoad on Axu's Eye. I then challenge Raihan. I start off with Arctovish and Machoke. Arctovish one-shot his Flygon and Machoke do some damage to Gigalith. Arctovish is able to bring Sandaconda down to half before meeting its fate. I bring out Seismitoad and set up Aqua Ring. I had Machoke use Bulk Up so it can do more damage. Sandaconda paralyzes Seismitoad. Sandaconda and Gigalith then gang up on Machoke and kill him. Seismitoad is then able to kill Sandaconda. I then send out Claydol and Dynamax Seismitoad. I kill Gigalith, then gang up on the Duraludon and kill it. I then go to the Dusty Bowl to get my static encounter, thus adding Flygon to my team. I then go to the Lake of Outrage and catch a Gardevoir to add to the team later on. I then make my way to Route 10 and catch a Sneasel. During a double battle, Claydol sadly dies. Sneasel then evolves into Weavile. I fight Marnie next, and this time I'm a little more careful. Dracovish is able to kill Leopard. Scrafty then comes out and lands Swagger on Dennis, so I decide not to risk from dying to Confusion and switch into Seismitoad, who then kills Scrafty. Morpeko comes close to killing Seismitoad with Bullet Seed, but it survives, allowing me to switch into Toxtricity to tank the Bullet Seed and kill Morpeko. Toxicroak comes out, but Chester is able to kill it. Then Grimmsnark comes out and Toxtricity is able to kill it. Next is Hop. I start off with Flygon and set up with a Dragon Dance. Then using Earthquakes to kill his double and Snorlax with ease. Corviknight comes out, so I switch into Toxtricity to kill it. Pinchurn then comes out, so I switch into Seismitoad to kill it. Rillaboom is next, but I have to sack Seismitoad so that I can have a safe switch. I bring out Weavile and Dynamax it to kill Rillaboom. Next is Oline. I start off with Weavile to set up some Honed Claws. It takes a few foul plays, but Frostlass eventually dies. So Lasso comes out and Weavile is able to kill it thanks to Dig. Milotic comes out, so I switch into Dracovish to take the Surf and kill the Milotic with some Leech Lives and Outrage. However, Dracovish becomes confused, so I decide to switch into Toxtricity, then back into Dracovish to kill the Serena. But I end up switching back into Toxtricity, who is able to kill the Serena. Next is Garbodor, who I swap into Flygon since Garbodor has a ground type attack. Flygon is then able to kill it. I then catch an Impidimp, and after some training it becomes a Grimmsnarl. It was then time to take the championship tournament. I am forced to fight Bede. Flygon one-shots his Mawile. Flygon is then able to pull off 2 Dragon Dances and kill Gardevoir. Galarian Rapidash comes out but is no match for Flygon. Next is this Hatterene. I switch into Grimmsnarl, who then dies, allowing me to swap into Toxtricity safely. It takes 2 max oozes, but Toxtricity finishes it. Next it starts off with Golisopod, so I kill it with Toxtricity. She then sends out Barraskewda, so I send out Flygon to avoid the drill run. Flygon is able to get 1 Dragon Dance off, and then kill her Barraskewda. Seaking comes out, so I switch into Dracovish, who's able to kill Seaking. Then Pelipper comes out. It sets up Tailwind, but 2 Outrages is able to finish it. Dragovich is able to overcome its confusion and pushes Dreadnought into the red. I then switch into Weavile to play it safe, who is able to survive a Rock Tomb and finish Dreadnought with Dig. B is next. She starts with Hawlucha, so I have Toxtricity out first, and it one-shots the Hawlucha. Toxtricity then kills Grapploct and Surfetch. Dracovish then kills Phalanx, and Flygon kills Machamp. Ryan is then next, who I completely sweep with Flygon. I then head into the Slumbering Fields and catch a Corviknight. It was then time to stop Rose. I start off with Flygon, who then sweeps his team. I fight Eternatus and catch it, but I will not use it for this challenge. Finally, it's time to fight Leon. I start off with Flygon, who is able to get a Dragon Dance in, and one-shots Aegislash, one-shots Mr. Rhyme, one-shots Haxorus, and even one-shot Dragapult, but is unable to one-shot the Inteleon and dies, sadly. Flygon was a great trooper and will be gladly missed. I then send in Toxtricity to finish it. I then have it poison Charizard with Toxic, but sadly Charizard takes Toxtricity out. But this allows Dracovish to come in safely, Dynamax, and finish Charizard. With this, I was able to successfully beat a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sword. This was a very interesting challenge, and I look forward to making more for y'all. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of any more videos. See y'all in the next video. Peace.